After my crazy 3 years of playing college football, I think it's pretty clear that I'm not just the GOAT cornerback, I'm the greatest player to ever touch a college football field. I was putting up crazy stats like this: 24 in my first year, 37 in my second, 35 in my third, winning the national championship at Oregon. And you can't forget, in my last season, I ended up winning the Heisman, getting 33 interceptions in only 12 games. But now, after the amazing college career I ended up having, it's time to continue my career into the NFL. And already, I'm projected to be a top 10 pick here in this up-and-coming draft. And here in the Combine, I'm really only here to, just show off how much better I am than every other cornerback in this draft. But not only that, but to make sure that I get picked as early as I can, as early as possible. Me personally, I feel like I should be the number one pick, but, that's probably not going to happen. Now, first off, in the 40-yard dash, I end up going crazy, showing off the elite speed that I have and that I had in college, getting a 4.23. And of course, that was number one in the cornerbacks. And now for the bench press, I'm not really known for being that strong. I only weigh about 185 to 190, so I wasn't really expecting to actually do over 15. I ended up doing 17, which ended up being fourth ranked in the cornerbacks. And now for the broad jump. This is something I most definitely should get number one in, because I'm just that type of athlete, showing off this leg strength to get all the way to 11 feet and 4 inches, especially being at 6'3" too. Boy, that's crazy. That's special. I'm him. And lastly, in this shuttle drill, when we showing off, I changed the direction. In this one, I didn't end up getting the number one, but I still did pretty good, and I'm getting a 4.02, which ended up being number 3 amongst our cornerbacks. But now, finally, one of the last drills. And in this drill, I'm showing off my reaction time as a cornerback to get where I need to get. And I ain't miss a beat. I did really good on this one. And for the next drill, the final drill, basically doing the same thing, but this time, I got to get back down the field and try to catch this interception. And y'all know me, being the ball hawk cornerback that I am, ain't no way I drop any of these. And I didn't. I feel like I put on a very good performance out here in this combine, and this definitely should raise my draft stock by a little bit. And it actually did, just like I thought it would. I'm now projected to be a top 5 pick in this draft. But when my agent ended up texting me about an opportunity to raise that draft stock just a little bit more, I had to take it. It's just a little interview. They're asking me some questions, trying to test my NFL football knowledge. And if doing well in this means my draft stock is going to rise, I had to take that chance. And well, in this, they was asking a whole lot of different type of questions, from Madden to NFL to personnel, and I did pretty good, I'd say, because I ended up getting a 9 out of 10, and now I'm currently projected to go top 3 in this draft. Can't wait. And well, speaking of waiting, I was actually waiting longer than I was expecting to. I was projected to be a top 3 pick, but I was waiting beyond the top 5 mark, and it was looking like I was going to be out of the top 10. Then as soon as I started thinking I was going to be out of the top 10, finally got that call I've been waiting for. And crazy thing is, it was the Atlanta Falcons. With the number 8th pick, they decided to choose me. And even though I ain't go top 3 like I was going to go, or even top 5, I'm happy to be here in Atlanta. It's going to be a good season, I can already tell. And all I know is, I'm making my mission in my rookie season to make sure that the 7 teams that did not pick me up end up regretting it. And I'm gonna be honest, I should probably be living in the moment right now. But it's just so hard to do that when I keep on looking ahead at all the records I want to break and all the things I just want to do for this team. And unfortunately, my family wasn't able to be here in person to see me get drafted. But they're most definitely watching me on TV right now as I'm holding up this jersey. I can already tell it's gonna be a crazy season. Before training camp and our first game of the preseason, me and coach end up having a little talk. And basically, he's letting me know that my expectations are pretty high right now, especially with the Falcons not having an amazing season last year, and me being their number 1 pick this year. I'm going to need to be that extra spark that's really going to take this team over the top. And you already know, I'm going to do my best. I'm going to do everything I possibly can, catch as many picks as I can to make sure that we win as much as we can. And then coach ended up asking me what I'm hoping to focus on throughout the preseason. And I let him know that if you seen my film back in high school and back in college, I'm a guy that can really play man and zone, but my specialty is playing off coverage, either way. Because my goal is being a ball hawk, trying to catch all the picks I possibly can to give my offense more opportunities to score points. But before I could do all that, I'm going to have to make sure that my skills and talents translate here into the NFL. Because, for a lot of people, that doesn't happen. But I'm going to make sure my skills translate. We're out here in mini camps. just a week before the preseason starts. And coach got me on one-on-one drills, and already I could already feel the difference in the skills between here and college. But at the same time, I was the best cornerback in college. So I'm kind of starting to read and get a lot better with trying to play the ball here in the NFL. Because the biggest difference that you got to think about from here in college is that in college, not everybody is the most refined. Not everybody is the best route runner. But here in the NFL, there's a lot more wide receivers that could route me up. I just got to be ready for it, like on this rep. But I just got to make sure that I leave all the mistakes out here in this training camp and in the preseason. Because when the regular season starts, that's when it's going to be the real deal and where I can't make mistakes. But now at the training camp, it's finally time for my preseason debut. And in this debut, it's going to be a pretty tough one. I'll only end up being able to play one quarter here in this game, but we're playing against the Dolphins, a very fast receiver core. But our secondary, we might be good. Now, I'm going to tell y'all one thing. Our secondary definitely looks very good on paper. We got me on one side, the other side, AJ Terrell on top. We got Jesse Bates. Like, this could be nasty. Now, here in this first game, like I said, I only be able to play one quarter. And as much as I want to try to bet up for a pick, I feel like if I do something wrong, that one thing will be very bad because I'm only in one quarter. And if I allow a big touchdown, that'll be terrible. But even with those risks, I'm still willing to take them because if I can come away with an interception in only one quarter of football, I'll look pretty good. Here, I see this guy running on the wheel, so I was trying to bait it up. But instead, Tua threw it to the other side, and that is incomplete. Locked them up this first drive. Now, Tua hasn't tested me yet, but I'm just hoping, like, maybe just, you know what I'm saying, just try it with me. If I'm on Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, just try it. I'm a rookie. And unfortunately, offense took too long to score, so my last play is just sitting here waiting for the time to go out before I go back to the bench. In this first game, I'd say I did pretty good. I stayed in my zone, guarded where I needed to guard, didn't get targeted once. That means I locked up. And the team came through and got the dub for the first game of the preseason. I ain't get a single stat, but I ain't get targeted at. So, that's a good stat. We're now heading into the second game of the preseason. I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really ready for this one because we're playing against Lamar and the Ravens, and I already know they finna run that ball. And if it's one thing I know just from college that I don't like to stop the run, I'm not good at that at all. And I just want them to pass the ball. I like when they put the ball in the air, but when they get to running the ball, that's when I'm kind of, not in the play anymore. But here in the NFL, I cannot have that mindset at all. I got to make sure I can become a complete cornerback. I can't only be a ball hawk. I got to be able to make tackles, and I do it here, tackling Derrick Henry by myself somehow, preventing the first down. Even though I don't want to get down and dirty and tackle this big old running back, I ain't got no choice if I want coach to put me in the game as a starter off the rip. And I'm coming in again, helping my teammate make a tackle on D-Hen. He got the first down now. It's 3rd and 5. They end up running a pretty weird play here. Had a motion, a faking a handoff, getting this thing to Mark Andrews, who's wide open, picking up a huge gain for them, getting almost to the 50. And this dude, Mark Andrews, is already a problem for us here. On 2nd and inches, he's running into the flats. And Lamar don't even think twice to throw this ball to him. A terrible pursuit angle from my teammate, and they pick up another big gain. This dude, Mark Andrews, is going crazy right now. And since man clearly wasn't working against Mark Andrews, we decided to come out here in zone coverage on 1st and 10. Lamar tried to force it into him. Linebacker standing right there, picking that ball off, ending a drive. Great defense adjustment by our defensive coordinator. There we go. Well, first drive against the Ravens, didn't get tested still. I still have not been tested yet. I made a couple plays in this game, though, compared to last game. But I'd like to be involved in the passing game just a little bit. Back out here on the field, it's still 0-0. Good thing is in this game, I'll be able to play a whole half of football. They starting off their drive, throwing this thing to the flats to Derrick Henry. He's picking up a big gain, getting him to the 27. I've been trying my hardest to try to bait up and get my first pick here in the preseason. Playing off-man coverage to the inside, hoping he's going to throw that streak, but instead threw it to the other side, got the first down. It's now 1st and goal on the 7-yard line. And now on 3rd and goal, running zone, but we probably shouldn't have. They end up having a wide open receiver underneath on the slant, scoring the first touchdown of the game. Offense end up tying the game up. And here on 2nd and 13, I'm guarding Mark Andrews. He ended up beating me on the corner route, picking up the first down. I had to hurry up and try to make this tackle before he took that thing for 6. And that was my first time getting tested, and I ended up allowing the catch. And I ain't gonna lie, I'm not used to guarding tight ends, especially in that formation. But, I'm gonna have to start getting used to that here in the NFL. I can't be a one-trick pony. And after that play, this Ravens offense started getting rolling. 2nd and 12, finding his receiver over the middle of the field for the dot to get to the 7-yard line. And they end up getting to the 1-yard line. Coach took me out of the game. I'm just a little cornerback, probably not going to do nothing about it. Derrick Henry finds his way into the end zone, and now they're up a touchdown. Offense didn't score, but really, can't say nothing about it. It doesn't really matter too much. It's just a preseason. It's my last play in this game. Gonna end up sitting out for the second half. Lost this one by 7 points, but I'd say in terms of a game compared to last time, I actually got tested, allowed a catch, but made a couple tackles. Didn't really have too much impact on the game, but hopefully in the next game, I do, especially since I'll be playing more in this last game. And speaking of that, my coach ended up calling me into his office, asking me how things are going so far as we heading in to the next game, the last game of the preseason, where I'm gonna be able to play most of the game, about 3/4. And I'm letting them know I'm gonna need to give my body just a little bit of break, because when this next preseason game comes, it's gonna be a lot of games, so I'm gonna get a little bit of rest so I could be good and ready to ball out in this last game. And here in this last game, we're finally playing a home game, and I can't wait to get this game started, especially since I decided to fly my family out here for this last preseason game, since of course I'll be able to play a good amount. So I'm just hoping I get some good action in this one. And now, with 3 minutes left in the first quarter, we're up 3-0, and I'm finally coming into this game as I'm ready to come out here and make some plays, especially for this home crowd. Gotta give them what they came for. They started to drive just a little bit, but here, Evan Ingram ended up getting open underneath on his slant route. Bro, not fast enough to keep up with him. I had to run across the field to make this play. Somebody came in with a hit stick. I just hope he feel that. Now out here on 1st and 10, I get a chance to show off my run stopping skills, or lack thereof, trying to make a tackle. A terrible attempt. He just threw me off to the side, picked up a couple more yards. And then here on 2nd and 5, I tried to get my get back, tried to lay a pretty decent hit on him, but I completely missed him. And he got the first down too. Now out here in the tight formation on the other side, they had a corner route coming from the inside receiver. Bad thing is though, we had a linebacker on him, so he was open for that touchdown. Now, offense wasn't able to score. 2nd and 1, they're running the play action. And we're out here in the zone. So Trevor Lawrence took what he had, the wide open underneath route, to pick up that first down. 1st and 10, I'm playing off-man coverage. Finally, what I've been waiting on, I end up getting tested over the top. But what I didn't see coming was this receiver running to the inside so I wouldn't catch that pick. He ended up getting a touchdown. Now, it's just the preseason, but that touchdown had me mad. I thought that was going to be my interception. But I'm just going to have to learn from that and make sure I don't do that again. Speaking of things not happening again, something that they did earlier ended up happening again here on 1st and 10. This is basically the same play they ran earlier with the inside receiver on the other side running the corner route. But they didn't get the touchdown this time. He was wide open though. Now here on 2nd and 10, AJ Terrell guarding Gabe Davis in man coverage, and he ended up getting killed. They got that first down. That's crazy. And on 1st and goal, running this ball out of shotgun, getting into the end zone easily, diving in there, Travis Etienne for the touchdown. Man, right now, I'm be honest, I'm a little mad because we're coming to the second half. We're down in this game, and I'm part of the reason why. I end up allowing a touchdown on one of the only times a quarterback has tested me so far. But y'all know how I get. I'm going to get my get back eventually in this game. Just wait for it. This is the last quarter I'm going to be able to play in this game, so I'm going to have to make sure I make my mark. I really haven't done too much this preseason, but I got to do something here in this last quarter. We end up getting him to 3rd and 8, and my man ended up being on the motion. And as soon as Trevor hiked that ball, I knew exactly what my receiver was doing. They was trying to get me with this play when him running the wheel route. I was all over that. Head throw it to the other side. They still ended up getting the first down, but it wasn't on me, though. Now, I really don't know what's going on. I feel like we have a pretty decent defense here with a pretty good secondary. But right now, these dudes are just driving down the field easily, wide open in the flats, getting his first down. They might score again. I'm out here playing in the flats here on 1st and goal, begging him to throw this out route, but he didn't. He got the other side, and that's Gabe Davis picking up the touchdown. We're now down 2 scores, and we really need somebody to make a play. Receiver running the wheel route, not completely ready. I don't think Trevor Lawrence knew I would, so he still threw that ball, and I got my first pick of the preseason. But not only that, I'm taking this thing to the end zone. Yeah, I know it's just the preseason, but just the fact that my family's out here watching me, and I finally catch my first pick here in the preseason. Not only that, took that thing for 6. Definitely a great feeling. And I'm going to just say it, picking off an NFL quarterback compared to a college quarterback just feels a lot better. And just off of one, I'm already addicted to it. Can't wait to pick some more off in the regular season. Now, this is my final drive here in the preseason. We're down 8 points, and we need to lock up here so we can at least try to win for the rest of the game, even though I'm not going to be there. We're doing a pretty good job here. Up until this play on 3rd and 5, when somebody ended up leaving the flats wide open on the other side. Trevor Lawrence saw that, got it out to the flats, and picked up that first down easily. They're starting to get a little bit too close, so I'm trying to end their drive here on 2nd and 7, baiting this up, but he didn't even look my way at all. He had somebody wide open down the field, getting a touchdown. Well, that was my last drive in the preseason. We ended up losing this game by 8 points, which ain't good, but on the brighter side of things, I finally caught a pick. Got no tackles, but I did my thing, got my pick. That's all I wanted, and it went for 6 too. Now, through those games, it's pretty clear that I got some things to work on if I want all my skills to really translate into the NFL. But other than that, on the positive side, I know catching the pick, I look pretty good. Didn't allow too many catches. Feel like I played my zones and my man pretty well. But obviously, can always improve on those type of things. And I'll always be working more to try to master my craft. And after the preseason, especially after that pick, coach let me know that I'll be starting at cornerback. It's going to be me on one side, AJ Terrell on the other side, with Jesse Bates over top. It's going to be a good season, I can already tell. And you already know after that, I had to call my family about it. And I already let them know, as soon as I find a good spot in Atlanta for them to live at, I'm going to buy it for them so they can move out here and come to most of my home games. But that's more for the future, though. But now, after that long practice we end up having, trying to get prepared for the regular season to start, I had a conversation with my quarterback, Kirk Cousins. He was asking me how I felt with this regular season coming up. I'm be honest, I thought I'd be nervous, but right now, I feel confident. But who knows, maybe that'll change as soon as I get on that field in an actual game in the regular season. And especially with as good as this defense could possibly be, I can't be nervous because we got to go crazy. And with being one of the starting cornerbacks, I can't be slacking off, especially when 7 other teams had a chance to choose me. I got to take every chance I possibly get to remind them why they made the wrong decision. It's time to ball out. Now that I finally got the preseason out the way, I'm heading into my first press conference before my NFL debut. And they was asking me how I felt about being drafted to the Falcons. And to be honest, to me, it really didn't matter what team I got drafted to. But to be real, it's kind of crazy that I was drafted to this team and that boy Dion was too. And I'm going to try to make the same impact he did. And they also asked me, what do I believe my greatest asset's going to be for the Falcons? And I told them it's going to be my zone coverage skills, my ability to really make a play on that ball and catch them picks. Because remember me in college, I broke a lot of records. And I'm looking to do that here in the NFL too. But now that the press conference is finally over, it's finally time for me to get ready for my first game. And in my NFL debut, we're taking on the Steelers, a team that offense really hasn't found themselves. They don't even know what their starting quarterback's going to be. And so potentially this could be the perfect team for us to find ourselves, find our defense off the rip. And well, throughout this first quarter, really ain't been no scoring happening. Here on 2nd and 9, I'm getting beat to the outside, allowing my first catch of my NFL career. And unfortunately for me, when it comes to goal line formation, there's not really much I could do. So as they run this thing in for the touchdown, I'm just sitting on the sideline watching it happen. Steelers end up getting a stop on the offense, getting down the field again, and he's trying to hit my man on the slam. I'm making him drop that ball. But then they would eventually get to about the 6-yard line, running the play action here in the red zone, getting that thing to George Pickens for the touchdown. Our offense has finally scored a touchdown. Now it's about a minute left here in the first half, and on 3rd and 7, they're running 5 out. And Fields ends up finding his guy George Pickens again, this time picking up this first down. And now at this point, being at the 39, they're kind of in field goal range. But we still can't allow them to get any closer to make it any easier here on 3rd and 5. He's forced to throw the ball out of bounds. 17-10 now, and all we need is to stop here for our offense to have a chance to tie this game up. And in perfect timing, this dude Fields testing me over the top. Are you crazy? I catch my first pick in my NFL career. Come on now. My first pick, coming in my first game, I already know this season finna be crazy. Especially if QBs want to test the rookie. But better than that, that pick just gave offense a chance to go ahead and try to tie this game up. And I hope they do. And they did. It's the 4th quarter now. It just started. Tied game, and on 2nd and 3, he finds his guy to the sideline. But instead of getting tackled, he ended up breaking that tackle, picking up even more yards. And now here on 1st and goal, he's trying to test me. Don't throw it to my man. I'm knocking that ball out. Stop it. We got them all the way to 3rd and goal. And finally, they decide that it's time for the quarterback to run the ball. Justin Fields ran the ball, and I went right past him. Almost got the tackle on him, but I completely missed it. I don't know how. And unfortunately for us, after they scored that touchdown, offense just couldn't do it back. But we got them 3rd and 9, so we still got a chance. As long as we get a stop here, we'll be good. They ran the ball, and we did get the stop. Offense, you got another chance. But what they did with that chance, nothing. We lose in our first game of the season, 24-17. But on the brighter side, because there's always a brighter side, I ended up catching my first pick of my NFL career here. Had a pretty good game, too. Also getting 2 pass deflections. And now, after the game, it's the next morning, and we're in the practice. And before practice even started, I got met up by a reporter. She was asking me why I feel like I could have improved from last game. And to be honest, I feel like I played pretty well. I mean, I caught my pick, didn't allow too many catches, and I made a couple pass breakups. But, I couldn't just say I played perfect out there. So I just said what I could. Said I could have made more plays. Probably could have baited up a little bit better, so my offense could have more chances. And she talked about how my teammates commended my resilience and asked how I plan to maintain the momentum that I got. Well, at this point, I feel like especially after a loss, I just got to work harder and use that loss as momentum coming into this next game. And in this game, I got to be real locked in because we got the Eagles. And they ain't going to be nothing like the Steelers because already that boy Devontae Smith is killing me to the outside. But with me and AJ Terrell on each side, guarding either AJ, Devontae, we'll probably be switching off every once in a while. I feel like we could play good defense on them, but right now, they're easily getting down the field. They done made it all the way to the 2-yard line on 2nd and goal, throwing it out to the flats to their tight end for the touchdown, the first of the game. A guy like me will never back down from a challenge. Got AJ Brown on this play. He ran the end route, and I'm right all over that, making him drop that ball, 4th down. As good as I played in college, I'm only a rookie right now, so I don't have any type of respect, but I'm going to eventually get that. Just look at the way I'm playing these dudes. I'm locking up. This defense has been playing great on this drive, and for some reason, out of all things the Eagles could have done on 3rd and 10, they decided to run the ball. They did not get that 1st down. Go ahead and give us that ball. Offense, get some points. And it's crazy. You can already tell I'm in this dude AJ Brown's head. He is open on this. He could have caught that ball, but he cannot. With me around him, hearing them footsteps, he dropped that ball. I'm gonna be honest, one of my most hated formations as a cornerback is playing against formations where receivers are tight, like right next to each other. And they end up doing that, him getting open on this curl route, getting the 1st down. Now on 1st and 10 on this play, I'm going Devontae Smith. And I might have been beat over the top for a split second, but my recovery speed is crazy. Caught that pick, but 2 feet was not in. But it's fine, I ain't get my pick, because on 2nd and 10, that boy AJ Terrell jumped that route, and he's taking this thing all the way to the crib for 6. Let's go. Offense tried to go for 2, but didn't end up getting it. So now it's a 6-point game and on 1st and 10, playing the flats. I'm trying to jump that route, but I just couldn't get there in time. I say I've been really playing lockdown defense all game, but here he finally beats me to the inside, getting that 1st down. And then on 2nd and 4, he finds his tight end, open across the middle for the touchdown, and with an extra point, they'll take the lead. And since offense was not able to respond and try to take the lead back, we take another loss. Starting the season off 0-2. Definitely not the way I thought we'll start the season off, but it's only been 2 games, so we got enough time to really figure ourselves out. Now, out here on the practice field, me and my boy Jesse Bates was talking about our next game coming up. We got Kansas City. He was talking about how fired up he was because he felt like going against Kansas City, he might be able to do something crazy against Patrick Mahomes. And while that might have been crazy, we're at home this game. And yeah, we already lost our first home game, but we know that if we can come out here and beat the Chiefs, we're going to be able to build some crazy momentum for the rest of the season. And so even though we starting off 0-2, we got to come into this game like we 2-0. Because we have the guys on this team to win this game. We just got to execute. And speaking of execution, I executed very well on this play. Give him the outside leverage on this corner route, jumping at perfect time, and give me that pick, Mahomes. Offense didn't score here, so that just means we got to lock up again. He's trying to test me on his curl route. I'm getting there right there. Perfect time and knocking that ball out. And on 2nd and 10, I don't understand how in the world this happened, but this had to be some crazy concentration by Rashid Rice because he got the ball deflected, but he still ended up with the ball in his hands and got into the end zone for the touchdown. Now this time offense scored, tying the game up. And this dude Mahomes ended up testing AJ Terrell. Get him that pick and we already in good range. Good pick, AJ. I don't know what's getting into Mahomes right now. We are up 21-7 right now, and on 1st and 10, he tested AJ again, and this time you already know what it is. That's another interception for AJ, 2 already in this game. Offense did not score this time, but what do that mean? Because I'm finna get him the ball right back, allowing him to get a step on me, and Mahomes threw that like a dummy. Give me that pick, and I'm taking this one for 6. We had just been completely dominating this game. I don't know what's going on with Mahomes. He keeps on throwing dumb passes like this. Give me that pick too. I'll take that one. That's my 3rd of this game. And crazy enough, that was not the end of the interception, because that boy AJ Terrell jumped that route perfectly, got another interception. What is going on? And this time, he took this one for 6. And well, that was a crazy game. We beat the Chiefs 42-14. Just the game we needed to go ahead and get some momentum. And just looking at the stat sheet, we went crazy. I had 3 picks in the touchdown. That boy AJ Terrell had 3 picks in the touchdown. Man, we just went crazy that game. And you already know, after having such a crazy game, catching 3 interceptions, the reporters had to talk about that in my press conference after the game. And they was asking me what was the key factor to me being successful in that game. You already know it had to be my preparation that I put in all week, getting prepared for Mahomes. And they asked me how I see myself building on that game. And of course, I just got to continue to put in work so I can make sure I keep on getting better week in and week out, especially being a rookie. And well, the NFC Defensive Player of the Week came in, and it was between me and AJ. And it was that boy AJ. He had more tackles than me. We both had 3 picks in the touchdown, but he had more tackles, so he won it. And when you really think about it, it's kind of funny. We both end up having 3 picks in the same game, but there's going to be a lot of chances where I'm going to be able to get that Defensive Player of the Week award. But for now, we got to worry about this game against the Saints, a division rival. And on this play, I don't even know why I died for that ball. There was no way I was going to pick that thing off, and they ended up getting the first down because of it. Out here on 2nd and 9, their number 1 receiver, Chris Olave, he's playing on the inside. He ended up beating our slot cornerback to the inside, getting his first touchdown of the game. I'll probably have to start guarding him. And well, on the next offensive drive, they're already almost into the red zone, and I'm guarding him now. And he ended up getting about too many steps on me getting the first down, getting to the 2. And at the 1-yard line on 2nd and goal, run this ball right up the middle, and that's a touchdown. This game ain't going how we expected it would go, especially after beating the Chiefs the way we did. It's the 3rd quarter, and we're down 28-14. And it's really just been feeling like we can't really find a way to stop their offense right now, but we finally have a chance here getting them 3rd down. And on 3rd and 6, the quarterback put their running back out there so it could be a 5-out type formation. He tried to scramble out to the left side, ended up taking a sack, which is perfect for us because this makes it harder for them to make this field goal. And now, with us being down 10 points, less than 3 minutes left in this game, it's probably over with. Even though we didn't allow the first down, they still won this game most likely. And so yeah, after beating the Chiefs the way we did, came out here against the Saints and lost. At home at that. And as bad as I didn't want to go to the press conference, I still did. And they ended up asking me what adjustments do I feel like this defense needs to make. And I just feel like as a team, as a complete unit, we didn't play like we could have. And because of that, right now, we're at the bottom of our division. We got to do better. And with us playing another division rival with this game, we got to make sure we lock in. And I'm locked in here on 3rd. Now he's testing me on this out route. I'm catching my first pick of the game. Give me that. It's going to be another one of them games where I'm going to have to lock up one of the best receivers, and AJ on the other side is going to have to do the same thing. I'm going to have Chris Godwin most of this game, and I can lock this dude up. But the main thing is I'm not really used to being a cornerback guarding in the slot. And well, they ended up doing this little bubble screen, and I could not get to it. I took a terrible angle. He picked up a big game. And then on 2nd and 3, I'm trying to hype the crowd up just a little bit, but I ended up doing a little bit too much. They hiked the ball, and I got beat to the outside on the corner route and allowed a touchdown. Now, I'm gonna be honest, I'm having a pretty tough time trying to guard the slide. I'm playing the flats here, and I'm trying to jump this route, but I got there way too late. He got that catch and got the first down. Then they're making their way all the way to the red zone. It's 1st and goal. They running the ball, and somebody hit the mess out of that running back, making him fumble the ball, and we picked it up. Whoever did that, you're amazing. But clearly, that just wasn't enough because the offense was not able to score. But that is cool, though, because here I'm all over that, locking up that out route, and this is going to the crib. Now, last drive, he tested me on the out route on the other side. And this time, he's trying to do it again. I don't know what's wrong with him, but I'm getting this pick again. Give me that. And I'm going to try to stay in bounds. And guess what? This one's going to the crib, too. It's crazy how fast I just turned it on and completely started dominating in this game. I pick up a half a sack because my teammate came in and got one with me. But it's cool, though, because now I got 3 picks and half a sack. This is a crazy game. And in this game, I really just stepped up. Didn't really start off that well, but ended up turning up out of nowhere. And now we won this game. And I ended up having my best game of the season so far. Catching 3 picks with 2 of them going to the crib and also ended up getting half a sack. And this time, it's me getting that NFC Defensive Player of the Week, 10 tackles, 3 picks, 2 to the crib. They ain't show my half a sack, but hey, I got that though. Y'all saw it. And now, after a pretty good game, we're heading into a very important game because we're playing against another division rival. And the thing about this is that this team is 5-0. The Carolina Panthers are 5-0. This is crazy. But it seems like already off the rip. Bryce Young's trying to see what timing I'm on. I'm locking this corner route all the way up, and he still threw it. Give me that pick. Offense didn't do anything with the ball, unfortunately. The Panthers that made their way down the field, 1st and 10. He's testing me again, and I'm getting a tackle on him, try to force it out, but he kept that ball. Now, there's 2 things I hate about guarding as a cornerback is motions and slot receivers. And here, it was both. And he ended up getting wide open off this crossing route and getting a touchdown. I don't know how I could have guarded that. It was impossible. And it really just seems like Bryce Young doesn't care that I caught a pick earlier because he's still testing me. And this time, it worked again off that curl route, picking up the 1st down. But we're playing some pretty good red zone defense now. And on 3rd and 5, Bryce Young is surveying the field, can't find no one to throw the ball to, so he's throwing the ball out of bounds. 3rd quarter now, it's the end of the 3rd quarter actually. Tied game 7-7, and again, this motion and then running straight to the drag route. I just don't know why I can't guard this. And it's almost ended up being another touchdown, but luckily tackled him before it. 1 yard line. But because they're at the 1 yard line, just an easy run up the middle for the touchdown. And once again, this Carolina defense is just locking up. They end up getting a turnover, putting them already in a position where they can get some more points. I'm trying to come downhill, hit Bryce Young, but he ended up breaking my tackle. It's now only a 3-point game with 2 minutes left in this game. A great defensive play by that man. We need another stop. Getting a stop here will give our offense enough time to get down the field because it's going to be the 2-minute warning, and we do just that. They took a check down, getting that tackle. Offense can at least get a field goal now. They should be able to. And they did. Scored a touchdown. Panthers done made their way down the field though, because we left them with too much time on the clock, and with 20 seconds left, Bryce Young is just waiting. He has a lot of time in the pocket, ended up completing the pass, making it 2nd and 3. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so annoyed at these motions messing up defensive coverages because I end up getting changed to the guy motion, and AJ had to come across the field to try to guard this man. That was weird. They ended up getting a pass over top of both of us to score the touchdown and win the game. All it took was a slight confusion for that to happen. That's ridiculous. And so we're taking another L. And even though there was a good amount of confusion at the end, I still feel like I should have been there to make that play. And I mean, in this game, I did catch that pick, but that was way at the beginning. I didn't really do that much at all at the end of the game. And that might have been why we really lost. And after a loss like that, I had to go in the weight room to clear my mind mentally. Then Kirk Cousins saw me in here, so he decided to come in here and talk to me a little bit, asking me how I felt about our next game playing against the Seahawks. And he was kind of hinting at something, saying that their offense feel like they got us. But more importantly, Tyler Lockett ended up calling me out. And the thing about me is, if anybody talks any type of trash about me, you already know I'm finna lock in. I'm finna lock all the way in. I'm finna have the best game I had all season. I mean, coverage-wise. And now, all because of his trash talk, I don't care how many years he's been in the league. I don't care how good of a player he is. I'm gonna try my best to make sure Tyler Lockett don't catch a single ball in this game. Though, unfortunately for the Seahawks, that man DK is gonna be out for a good 5 weeks. So, we won't be seeing him in this game. Now, obviously, I'm not going to be able to guard Tyler Lockett every single play, but the plays I am on him, I'm going to try to make sure he doesn't catch a single ball. Here, he's already getting a catch while I'm not on him, of course. And after that, I asked Coach, if we in man coverage, please just let me guard Tyler. I got him. I got him on lock. I already know. And here, he was all the way locked up, and that quarterback did not have enough time to even throw that ball. Coach got me out here playing in the flats here on 3rd and 18. And they end up throwing it out into the flat. So all I got to do here is make the tackle. I went straight for their legs and got that tackle. No 1st down. So far, Tyler Lockett has not been targeted while I've been guarding him. But here on 1st and 10, he finally gets targeted on this curl route. Like I said, if I'm there, he not catching it, making him drop that ball. They done made their way down the field a little bit, and on 2nd and 3, I'm actually not guarding him this time. And look, he's getting another catch when I'm not on him. But I'm finna show y'all the difference between when I'm not guarding him when I am. I'm guarding him here. He think he got a step on me. He did, but terrible pass. I'm catching that interception. You're not getting a catch on me, boy. So far, when it comes to my man-on-man encounters with Tyler Lockett, I got a catch, and he don't yet. We're up 14-3 with about 30 seconds left in the first half. They're trying to make it down the field, trying to get some more points, but testing me is not the thing to do. I'm making a crazy dive and grab. Like I said, Tyler, you not catching that ball. This game is basically over. We're up 28-6 right now. We're about 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in this game, and it looks like I end up getting cooked by JSN, but I'm still right there knocking that ball out. And yeah, with not that much time left in the game, we end up coming away with the victory. And I'm coming out this game with a crazy 2-pick game with 2 deflections. Went crazy, locked up. And as for Tyler Lockett, he had 4 catches, 41 yards and a touchdown, but none of that was on me at all. In my eyes, he had 0 catches. And my performance was so crazy against that boy Tyler that I ended up getting NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He better learn from this situation. And after the crazy game I ended up just having, and the crazy season I'm having so far, especially as a rookie, Coach wants me to be the one to step up and become a leader on this team. And of course, being the one that has always been a leader on every team I've been on, I feel like, why not? Even though I'm a rookie, if I keep on balling as hard as I am, leading by example, the rest of the team gonna follow. Coming into week 8, playing against the Buccaneers again. But this time, Mike Evans is hurt. I don't know what's going on with injuries and receivers right now, but it sucks for them. Because the way that our record is looking right now, we really need a couple of wins to really gain some momentum. And especially with this being a division game, we gotta go crazy. Here on 2nd and 11, the safety ended up coming down from where he was at to pick off this ball. Like, what a play he just made, putting us already in a perfect range to score. There's no way offense don't score here. And thank you, offense. They did end up scoring a touchdown. Now the Buccaneers done made their way down the field and they're taking a big sack. Let's go. But after taking that sack, this dude Baker Mayfield didn't worry about none of that. Play action, tight end, wide open, getting a big first down, getting to the 2-yard line. And now on 2nd to go at the 1-yard line to run this ball up the middle, getting a touchdown. Now, luckily, offense did end up going down the field, getting another touchdown, keeping us in the lead. And here on 1st and 10, I'm locking this dude all the way up, waiting, just hoping that he throws that ball. But that D-line got to him, got that sack. And so they end up running a hurry-up offense, no huddle. And that was not smart of them because on 2nd and 19, betted us up perfectly, allowed him a step, and he threw that ball straight to me. Give me that pick. But somehow offense found a way to give the Buccaneers the ball back already in scoring range with 10 seconds left. And this dude Baker Mayfield is throwing another interception, and that is the end of the first half. Throughout this game, I'd say I've been playing pretty good defense, really haven't allowed Chris Godwin to catch the ball, but he finally gets his first catch on me in man coverage here. That was a nasty route, I ain't gonna lie. Now, in this play, I really wasn't playing it smart. I'm playing him to the inside, and I'm playing him off. And I ended up getting him the easy out route, and he ended up getting a lot more yards after I tried to hit him. Almost got the first down. And at this point, I don't know what's going on. The whole first half had him on locks, but here in the second half, he just started to beat me to the outside every single play. I'm trying to make a tackle, but I just can't do it. And he took that all the way to the end zone. I don't know how he did that. That was crazy. But I really got to thank the offense for bailing me out, scoring again so we could keep the 7-point lead. They're testing me over the top, and I'm catching a pick this time. I allowed the touchdown already. That's about all I'm going to allow. Give me that pick. Offense, go get some more. Offense actually didn't get points this time. 2 minutes and a half left. I'm trying to get to the outside, but I just can't. He barely got any yards, though. It's 3rd and 7 now. I just got to stop him from catching this ball, and he goes right back to him. Baker throws his ball perfectly to the outside, and I could not make a play on it, and I just cannot tackle at all. This is getting ridiculous. And now they're in a red zone, running a screen play for Chris Godwin, and I could not get to him. I'm just getting blocked, cannot shed, and he getting into the end zone again. And so now we're in OT. The Buccaneers done drove their way all the way down the field, and it's 3rd and 2. And while, yeah, I allowed my man to get open on the outside, but somebody else was open even more and picked up a big gain, getting him into the red zone. Now on third and goal at the 2-yard line, we're in zone coverage, and they in the motion, and Chris Godwin to the other side. Him to the back of the end zone, Baker Mayfield, touchdown, and that's game. It's really crazy. I felt like we had this one in the bag, but out of nowhere, the Buccaneers just started turning up. I started to get cooked a good amount by Chris Godwin, and we just couldn't get back into the game. And I was surely reminded of that after the game. Reminded I didn't really have that good of a game, even though I did have 2 interceptions. When it got to the end, just really couldn't lock in for real. But not only me, the whole team, I feel like. There were just multiple things we did in that game that we shouldn't have done or could have done better offensively and defensively. But even through these losses, the best thing that we could do is stay positive and support each other so we can learn from our mistakes. Because there's still a good amount of football left this season. We just got to keep our heads down and keep on grinding. And while we was out here on the practice field at the practice, I was asked about how I felt about my time here on the Falcons through about half of the season. And I told her I feel like even though I'm going through a couple struggles, I still feel like I'm learning every day, getting better every day, and it's only up from here. And currently, we're third in the division, and she asked me how I felt about our postseason chances. And I said that we got a good amount of time left in this season. We just got to make sure that we take it game by game. Because who knows, maybe we win every single game for the rest of the season and we end up making the playoffs. We just got to keep on going. And we got a real tough matchup here against the Cowboys. And I just got to make sure that I'm ready for this matchup against CD. Because I already know Dak is going to throw it to him a good amount of times. So far, they done made it all the way down the field. Haven't thrown CD the ball yet. He probably should have kept it that way because the time he did, I'm taking that one away. Give me that pick and I'm going out of bounds. Now, last time CD was targeted, it was an interception. This time, he beat me. I reacted way too slow to his release, and he took that thing for 6. Now, this time we end up scoring, but this Cowboys offense is really moving the ball down the field without an issue at all. And I mean, we really need to find something as a defense right now, because on 1st and 10, I'm guarding CD, but something them getting open over the top. Probably shouldn't have ran man against that formation. Beginning of the second half, and the Cowboys start off with the ball, so we're starting off the second half down 7 points, and we got to try our best to not let them get down the field again. 2nd and 6, we're running man coverage against their 5-out offense, and I'm locking CD up. I'm right next to him, and Dak ended up taking a big sack. Great defense, great D-line pressure. But what is good defense, or even great defense, if you can't take the offense off of the field? 3rd and 14, Dak finds a dot right underneath that zone, getting the first down. And just to make matters worse, this defense ain't only falling apart. It's me too. I'm allowing him to get past me again. He's scoring another touchdown on me. This normally don't happen to me, but it's happening now. I did catch a pick in this game, but it almost feels like I didn't get that pick because I done allowed 2 touchdowns. And the only way I can make up for this is if I were to get a pick 6. And that opportunity would come way sooner than I thought it would. CD on the out route. I'm jumping that perfectly. Thank you, Dak, for giving me this pick. I'm staying in bounds somehow, tiptoeing. I'm taking this thing to the crib. Now, somehow, though, we did not make the extra point. That is crazy. But with about 2 minutes left in this game, we're playing some great defense here on 3rd and 3. Dak trying to zip it to his receiver, but that's incomplete. Great defense, offense, go get it. And well, the Dallas Cowboys ended up doing a fake punt and got the first down. Made their way down the field. 1st and goal, touchdown. And our offense ended up scoring, but it really doesn't matter because they were not able to get the onside kick. So this game is basically over. 30 seconds left, and they finna run this thing out. And so we lose this game 28-20, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm putting this whole game on me because I allowed CD to get 2 touchdowns. I got 2 picks, one went for 6, but I should have got a 3rd one. Or I shouldn't have allowed him to get 2 touchdowns. That was crazy. And I mean, coverage-wise, just my worst game of the season. Terrible. It wasn't all on me, but most of it was. And funny thing is, I ended up getting NFC Defensive Player of the Week. I mean, I did have a great game, just didn't lock up my man. I made the plays, just didn't make enough. But now it's halfway through the season, and through 9 games, I got 14 interceptions, tying the record for the most picks in a single season. Like I said, I broke a lot of records in college, and I'm coming here to the NFL to do it again. But not only am I breaking records, I'm completely shattering them. And of course, with the crazy season I'm having, there's no way I wouldn't be in the MVP conversation, even as a cornerback. I won Heisman before. Who's to say I can't win the MVP award? And of course, as for all these other awards, the Defensive Player of the Year, Defensive Rookie, those all gonna be mine, no matter what, because I'm gonna catch more picks. But man, that Cowboys game, that right there, ridiculous. Can't let that happen ever again. It's about halfway through the season now. We're coming into week 10. It's just crazy the stats that I've been able to put up throughout the season. I already got 14 interceptions in only 9 games. And of course, I'm looking to continue my dominance I've been having here against our division rival, the Saints. Now, the last time we played them, we was at home. We ended up getting our butts kicked. I mean, we shouldn't have lost as bad as we did. But this time, we better come in here at their crib and do what we need to do. But right now, that boy Chris Olave is having a pretty good drive. After cooking me on the out route, the corner route, he ended up getting his touchdown. Offense responded with a touchdown to keep the lead, and now it's 3rd and 12. Played good defense all the way up until here. We got to get them off the field. Last time I was guarding Olave, he might have beat me. But this time, that's not happening. I'm right there. He threw that ball a little bit too low, and I'm catching my first pick of this game. No touchdown there, but it's fine, because I'd end up jumping this dude Chris Olave's route, and the quarterback still threw it. I get my second pick of the game. Come on now, offense. Go get some points this time. And got more points, they did indeed. The Saints that made their way down the field past the 50. They got about 13 seconds left, and they end up throwing an interception. That boy AJ Terrell, great defense, stopping them, getting them off the field. We're going to the second half. It's really crazy. This Saints offense just always finds a way to get back to this side of the field, and here got a guy wide open down the field, and they made it all the way to the 16. While playing this deep zone, I was begging that he would throw this corner route to Chris Olave, but instead threw it to the end and got the first down. And then in 1st and goal at the 6-yard line, they decided to run the ball up the middle, and he ended up getting into the end zone. Offense scored, tried to go for 2, couldn't get it. So we're only up 5 points right now. And on 3rd and 1, they tried to run the ball, but amazing defense, amazing run defense, preventing that first down. But they going for it on 4th and 2, trying to do a QB blast or whatever, and that got blown up. We played great defense when we needed to, in the clutch moments when we needed the stops. We ended up getting them, and now we're up 22-14. They got no choice but to throw the ball deep down the field, and it's incomplete. It's game over. I'm so happy we was able to get our get back against the Saints. But I'm just hoping that this win might just be the one that gives us the momentum that we need to start winning more games. Because as for me, I know I'm going to keep on putting up performances like this, getting 2 interceptions. It's going to happen all season. But it's about if the team's going to win or not. That's the main thing. And crazy enough, in that game, I ended up breaking the season pick record. And because of the crazy season I'm having so far, the media has something to say about it.
Trophy already. Defensive Player of the Year. I know sometimes they say it's Defensive Player of the Year caliber play, but I already believe that this guy has won the award. From the beginning of the season until now, he's shown you nothing but he's here to dominate on every level of defense.
RC, can you send him your tailor? Because he's going to need a suit for this award ceremony. My man is terrifying offenses right now. He's a problem, and I see him winning it too.
As a former offensive guy, look, we highlight these type of players each week in the team meetings. Look, his name spells Defensive Player of the Year, and I think he's going to take it home.
And well, with the season I'm having so far, I guess only time will tell. But I got a game to focus on. Can't be worrying about my awards I'm going to end up winning. We got the Broncos this week. Now, we're not having a good season, very mid-season, but the Broncos aren't having a good season at all. They only have 2 wins right now, so there's no reason why we should lose to them. One of my most hated formations on offense, the bunch formation. Because just look at how, when you play man defense against that, so many things can happen that's bad and something bad end up happening. But after a couple good plays on defense, they're at the 7-yard line on 3rd and 1. And they didn't end up running the ball. And the quarterback tried to scramble, ended up taking a sack. They got 3, and we got 3 points too. But they ended up getting the lead right back. And surprisingly, it was on me. I ain't get out into my sprint fast enough trying to bait this up, and it's a touchdown right over my head. But that wasn't the end of it, and they would pick up a whole lot of momentum as their defense would stop our offense, and then look at me getting killed to the inside. They're picking up another big game. And now here in the goal line on the 3-yard line, 1st and goal, running zone, and this quarterback will pick it apart, scoring the touchdown, extending their lead. They killing us right now. Now, thanks to the offense for scoring a touchdown, cuz now we're in the second half and we're only down 7 points. And after they got tackled for loss, it's now 2nd and 13, and the quarterback ended up taking another sack. Good defense. They tried to throw us off on 3rd and 14, but that didn't work at all because our linebacker was right there, read that whole play to perfection. Great defense. Unfortunately, though, offense wasn't able to score this time, and they're already making their way down the field. I played that route 2 over the top, so he had a wide open hitch route, but didn't gain too many yards. It's 3rd and 7. And on 3rd and 7, they almost ended up getting the first down with an out route type of route, but the quarterback threw that underneath, so got tackled and only gained 2 yards off of it. To be honest, we really been allowing them to get down the field too much in this game, and luckily for us, our offense has been keeping us in it. And now on 3rd down, we're getting a big stop. Offense just needs to go down the field and do it again. And well, they weren't able to. Got stopped by the Broncos defense again, and we take another L this season. But that's not even the worst thing. I ain't catch a pick this game, and I end up allowing a touchdown. And so because of that, I'm putting this game on me. After having a bye week last week, in week 12, it's now week 13, and I'm in the weight room with Jesse Bates. And I ended up asking him, how does he feel about this matchup coming up this week versus the Chargers? And he said he could feel a pick coming in this week. And I ain't gonna lie, throughout the season, I really hadn't seen him do that much because he's been locking up his zones. But we'll see if Herbert tests him. Because with the way our season been going so far, we need all the big plays we could possibly get. And I mean, at this point, the playoffs might be out the picture. We're 4-7, the Bucs are also 4-7, and the Panthers, they're having a great year, 9-2. I mean, maybe if we find a way to win every single game after this, we might have a chance. But the only way to do something like that is to make sure we take these games game by game. Make sure we win 1 by 1. And we're off to a pretty good start here against the Chargers. We're already up 7-0. And on their first play, on 1st and 10, threw it to the slant. And bro got hit hard. Fumbled that ball and we recovered it at the 38. Now, I mean, man, what a crazy start. We're already up 14-0. They're trying to get the run game going. But them boys is getting back there. And then on 2nd and 14, I'm guarding this dude. He ended up running a hitch route. I tried to get there in time. Couldn't get there, but couldn't even make the tackle. Luckily, my teammate was there to help. And now on 3rd and 6, Herbert decided to go to me again. But this time, I'm all over that, making him drop that ball. Here in the first half, we're just having a very dominant game. Up 17-0, and finally, he finds a guy underneath. Somehow breaks all these tackles. Everybody missing tackles, and he gets into the end zone. All game, I've really been trying my best to try to bait up Herbert. He finally tested me here over the top, and that's not happening. Getting my interception. I'm trying to get this as far as I can, trying to back juke, but ain't gonna get to the end zone. Got to the 17 though. After that, he really didn't test me at all anymore. But we still came out with the dub, 38-24. It's just crazy. I'm just going to keep on extending this pick record as far as I possibly can. Got 17 in week 14. Wonder how much I'm going to have by the end of the season. Now this game, in terms of skill-wise, this is going to probably be my toughest matchup of the year. I'm going to be on Justin Jefferson in this game, and I'm ready for it. I've been waiting for it all year. Here on 3rd and inches, they're in bunch formation. I really hate that, and I played him to the outside way too much. He was on a little short slant or drag and got the first down. It's 3rd and 11. In my mind, I'm thinking they finna try to go to their number 1 receiver, but instead, they did a running back screen, and that got blew up. Not gonna lie, guarding Justin Jefferson ain't as fun as I thought it was gonna be. I mean, he got 2 catches right now, but they just been from little drag routes. Like, come on, do something. Do a longer route or something, please. And I guess this is just the Vikings thing. Every 3rd and long or whatever, they go for this running back screen. And this time, it still didn't work. It's the 3rd quarter now. On 3rd and 3, I'm in the flat. So I'm not really guarding Justin Jefferson, but maybe I could have tried to make a play on that ball somehow, but he got the first down. I've been allowing everything underneath for Justin Jefferson, but when it comes to over the top, I'm all there. They tried to test me over the top, and I'm catching that interception. No touchdown for that boy. And so, we're on a pretty good win streak right now. We beat the Vikings 14-6. Just great defense. The offense really wasn't doing too much, but we didn't really need them to. We was locking up. And crazy enough, what I thought was going to be my toughest opponent had 4 catches and 27 yards. Crazy how much better I've been getting throughout the season, especially when it comes to my man coverage. And speaking of man coverage, it's going to have to be on point. Because in back-to-back games, I got another crazy route running receiver, Devontae Adams, this week. And I'm ready to lock him up just like I did Justin Jefferson. But here on 1st and 10, they would end up getting this big run. picking up a good gain, getting to the 16. And after the run worked so well last time, they decided to do it again here on 2nd and 10, and they ended up getting the first down, stiff arming that boy and almost getting into the end zone. We decided to run a Tampa 2 here on 1st and goal, and somehow they attacked the middle of the field and still end up getting the touchdown. This quarterback has not been trying to throw the ball to Davante Adams like this whole first quarter. I've been waiting for my moment, but it just hasn't came yet. It really just seems like they're trying to get their run game going. I mean, yeah, it's been working. They run the ball here again on 2nd and 4. They're not getting the first down, but fell 1 yard short of it. And of course, on 3rd and 1, they run the ball again. Right up the middle, getting the first down, picking up a couple more yards after. It's 3rd and 10 now. They're kind of in field goal range, but we can't let them gain any more yards because it'll make it a way easier field goal. They got a motion out the backfield. I kind of got cooked, but I'm still all over Davante Adams, and the quarterback ended up taking a sack, pushing him 6 yards back. They couldn't make that field goal, but that didn't matter. They got a stop on our offense, and now back on defense on 1st and 10, I'm getting beat to the inside. He gets his first catch of the game. They're in a tight formation on 1st and 10. I end up getting beat on this curl route, but luckily didn't throw it to me. Actually, maybe not good that he didn't throw it to me because they ended up picking up more yards than they would have got. 2nd and goal on the 3 yard line, throwing that ball to the other side of the field to his tight end in the flats for the tug. Now, I don't know what's going on with our offense right now. We're down 14-0. It's the 3rd quarter now, and it's not really looking too good. Because, like, when it comes to my man locking up Davante Adams, I've been doing that all game. But when it comes to the run game, it don't seem like we can stop that at all right now. I mean, he's just running all over us. And, like, when they're running the ball so efficiently and our offense isn't able to score, it just makes it so much worse. They get into the end zone again. We're getting killed. It's just crazy how we can really do the Chargers the way we did, but then come here against Las Vegas, and they got 2 wins. We finna be their 3rd. Just a very sad game. Losing 24-7 against a 2-11 team. We got to do better. I mean, the only thing that I was doing in this game was locking up DA. Didn't really do too much other things. I mean, looking at DA's stats, he had 1 catch for 13 yards. So yeah, I did my job. After that pretty bad loss we ended up taking to the Raiders, Coach had called me into his office to have a talk. He was asking me how I was holding up with us having such a tough season right now. And look, as bad as we're playing, and as much as I want to be angry at us, I still feel like we could end the season off pretty strong so that we at least can have a good amount of momentum heading into next season. So even though our playoff hopes is all the way out the picture, we still should make sure that we try to get as many wins as we can. And with there being 3 games left in the season, I know we can win these last 3. We're taking on the Giants this week. And now look, compared to last year, their receiving core is a lot better. I mean, adding neighbors onto that team, but their quarterback is still Daniel Jones. So I guess only time will tell how this game goes. But one thing that we can't allow to happen is for their run game to get going. Because we need Daniel Jones to try to put that ball in the air. Here, we're stopping them. They're falling just inches short of the first down. On 3rd and inches, coach ended up wanting to send a blitz at Daniel Jones. And they ended up passing the ball. It ended up working. They got back to him, stripped that ball out his hands. But we couldn't recover that, unfortunately. And after that good red zone stop, we're now up 10-3 at the offense scored. And on 3rd and 11, out of all things they could have possibly did, they ended up running the ball. Just not smart at all. He got hit in the backfield. I really don't know why they gave up on that drive, but I guess we'll take it. Well, maybe they knew that their defense was going to get a stop on us. And not only that, we ended up giving them the ball back 30 seconds later, so they still got a minute and a half to try to get down the field and get some points. They're putting together a pretty solid drive here, but on 2nd and 4, they made a big mistake. Daniel Jones tested me in my zone. I'm taking that pick away. Offense go do something with the ball now. Offense ended up getting a field goal, and now it's the 3rd quarter. And on the first play of the 3rd quarter, they took a big hit, fumbled the ball, and we got it. And he ended up taking this thing back for a pretty good game, getting us to the 18. We got another field goal, so they're basically kind of still in this game because we're not really scoring touchdowns right now. They end up testing my man. I'm hitting him. He got the ball, but he took that hit, though. On 1st and 10, Daniel Jones tested me again. I'm playing way too far off, and he ran the end route. That was a good route for that situation. I just had to play that better. And speaking of playing better, Daniel Jones got to play a lot better because this read he just made was unacceptable. Play action, tried to throw it down the field, just got a little too hungry for that touchdown. And with 2 superstar players in the way, Jesse Bates comes down with the interception. And the defensive dominance did not end there because on this play, that linebacker jumped this route perfectly. Daniel Jones threw it right to him too. That's crazy. Great defense. And if you thought that was the end of us just completely killing these dudes, he ended up throwing another interception. This time, to me, corner route pick. And man, at this point, I don't even know why I'm still in the game, but I guess this is the reason. He tested me again. I'm catching that pick over the top, catching my third pick of this game. And I mean, just a crazy defensive performance out here from the whole team. We were just creating turnovers like it wasn't nothing. And Daniel Jones was just giving them right to us, easy. And I ended up getting a defensive player of the week for the first time in a while. It's week 17 now, and last game, I actually ended up passing up 20 interceptions in a single season. I got 21, with 4 of them going for 6. Got to keep this going in these last 2 games. This week, my matchup is Terry McLaurin. I'm playing him off. He ended up killing me on this corner route, and I'm nowhere near him. But he couldn't get his feet in bounds, so, I mean, that's locked up. And then on 2nd and 10, he ended up running a little hitch route. I was hoping the QB was going to throw it, but he decided to take the route to the inside, and that's incomplete. We're running man coverage on 3rd and 10. I'm still playing him off, and he ended up running the C route all over that. Jaden Daniels ended up throwing it to the other side of the field. He almost had it, but that's incomplete. It's still 7-0, about a minute and a half left in the first half. On 2nd and 10, I'm playing him to the inside, and somehow I still allowed him to beat me to the inside on that post route, picking up the big game, getting to the 7. And now on 1st and goal, I tried to help my teammate. He ended up getting beat in the slot on the corner route. And Jaden Daniels ended up putting that thing on the money. I was way too late trying to get a hit on him. He ended up securing that catch for the touchdown. It's a tied game here in the 3rd quarter, and on 2nd and 7, I ended up allowing him to get this little slant route. Tried to get a big hit on him, but he ended up holding on to it. And now in the red zone, on 1st and 10, running a jet touch pass, and that receiver ended up making it all the way to the end zone untouched. But luckily this time, offense ended up scoring. So now we gotta do our job, get a stop, taking an underneath route, taking a hit. But he secured the catch. On 3rd and 6, I was trying my hardest to get him to throw it into my zone. I even allowed Terry McLaurin to have a full-on sprint, but he still didn't throw it. With time going all the way down, it's only a minute and 40 seconds left in this game, and now they're trying to run the ball, trying to burn all the clock, so we ain't got no time when we get the ball. But they plan wouldn't really go as they expected it to. A minute and a half left in the game, and on 3rd and 7, they try to run the ball. And they ain't going nowhere with it. They're going to have to take this field goal and give us the ball. And now, thank you, offense. They got the field goal, but our offense did too. So now we're in OT. We got to get this stop. They're getting a big run off the rip. And man, I don't know what's going on with our run defense, but if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They just ran the ball again, picking up the 1st down. I tried to make the tackle, but just couldn't do it. And now, all the way at the 2-yard line, on 2nd and goal, I'm guarding the flats, and I end up allowing this dude to block me completely, taking me out the play, but luckily my team was there. But even then, it's not like that even mattered, because they was already in the red zone. They ended up scoring a touchdown, running the goal line, dive or whatever, while I wasn't on the field. And so now, taking this loss, my goal of trying to win the last 3 games of the season failed. And now, with the last game coming up, my agent ended up texting me, letting me know my stats. 21 interceptions in 17 games. That's crazy work. But now, for the last game of the season, we're playing against the Panthers. They're having a very good year. If we could beat them here, it might mess up their seeding. And already on 2nd and 12, Bryce Young is testing me in the flesh. I'm catching that pick and taking this thing to the crib. And now on the next drive, we're playing some good defense. It's 3rd and 10 now, and Bryce Young tried to take this out route, but it wasn't good enough to get the 1st down, falling 3 yards short of it. Offense went out there, got 3 points. We're doing real good right now, and I almost ended up having a 2nd pick, but I didn't get there in time. Still made him drop the ball though. But we end up doing all that locking down, just to end up allowing Adam Thielen to beat us to the inside on that crossing route and pick up the big 1st down, getting to the 39. And now, on 2nd and 9, AJ Terrell's pressed up on Xavier Legette. But that dude acted like that was not AJ Terrell. Got right past him, burned him over the top for the touchdown. We end up getting ball first to start off the 2nd half, but the Panthers defense ended up getting the stop. We're playing good defense, kind of, because on 3rd and 4, almost had a great diving swat, but just fell inches short of swatting that ball away. They got the 1st down, a big one. And now, they done caught a good amount of momentum. From the defense getting the stops to the offense just pushing the ball down the field, getting this guy picking up the 1st down after breaking the tackle. We played some pretty decent red zone defense here, but on 3rd and goal, inside zone, and they're in the end zone, taking the lead. And at this point, it's really not looking good for us. Still can't put no points on the board. And on 1st and 10, AJ Terrell gets beat over the top. Xavier Legette with a crazy play, scoring the touchdown. And offense finally put some more points on the board, getting the field goal. But with only 1 minute left, 3rd and inches, they're running the ball, picking up this first down. This game is over. And so we end this season off on the L to a team where at the beginning of the year, I didn't think that they'll be that good, but they're going into the playoffs now. And for us, we'll be sitting on the couch watching it. Now, we didn't make the playoffs, but the good news is I ended up making it to the Pro Bowl. But I ain't gonna lie, I accidentally simmed it. And the Panthers, they end up losing to the Cowboys in the divisional round. And in Cowboys fashion, they lost to the 49ers. And the 49ers going to play the Chiefs in the Super Bowl, the 3rd rematch. And crazy enough, the 49ers finally was able to defeat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. And Brock Purdy ended up winning Super Bowl MVP. And as for me, after the crazy season I had, Defensive Player of the Year and Defensive Rookie of the Year, of course. And I mean, this got to be the greatest defensive season we've ever seen. I mean, 22 interceptions in a single season, especially as a rookie too. We ain't never seen nothing like this before. But now going into my 2nd year, we need the offense to do a lot better. As a defense, we were 2nd in the NFL in yards. But as offense, just bad.